is there anything I can buy here that will actually make me money?
I don't know, like maybe I could buy this gluten-free instant oatmeal crap and try to resell it and make money.
Well, today I am gonna share with you 5 different $10 investments that you can use to make your money back that anyone can do.
One shot, now the future is yours. Go! I'm turning dreams into reality. Yeah, it's one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
Every person should become endlessly fascinated with what makes people rich and makes people poor. And yes, you, my friend, today we're talking about investing. That's what this channel's all about. Even if it means you're investing something as small as a $10 bill.
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill.
Oh, Kris, that is such a small amount of money. Could I really invest that seriously? Well, if you're serious about making money, yes, today's video is for you. I did not come from a rich family. I didn't come from a poor family. I came from a middle-class, struggling family. And you know what? Middle class really does mean poor, because the middle class and technically poor people do something very, very different than the wealthy. For example, most people, meaning the middle class and poor people, they like to work hard for their money, and then at the end of the day, they go buy stuff.
This is stuff. Look, this is just stuff.
If they're not buying stuff like Switch and French fries and gear, they're buying liabilities like, oh, I'm gonna pay every month for my phone and for my Netflix, and I gotta pay for my credit cards, and I gotta cover my rent. And this will keep you locked in a cycle, and there's only one way to break the cycle. You have to be able to learn how to invest. And I know what you're thinking, Kris, I will invest if I have a lot of money. When I finally work hard enough and I save money, I'll invest then. Listen up. You are becoming, right now in this moment, a person based on today's choices. Which means that if you're not investing today, then you're not becoming someone who will invest tomorrow. When I was in college and I got my first full-time job and I saw how little money I made, that is when I became aware that the choices I was gonna start making right then and there were either going to make me middle-class poor or they were gonna make me rich. And you know, there's something that wealthy or even financially well-to-do people do. You know what it is? They invest. They buy things that make them money. For example, here's the definition of investment. An investment is an asset, by the way, not a liability, something that costs you money, or item acquired with the goal of generating income or appreciating. Appreciating means I buy it and then with time it becomes more valuable, or if I buy it on a regular basis, it actually gives me something back. It gives me money. In time, it actually pays for itself. And so at the end of the day, rich people work hard to invest their money and have it make them money. Poor people work hard to just blow it on consumables and things that don't make them anything. I learned at a really young age that even when I was po, because I couldn't afford the O and the R, I still had a little bit of money and I could invest it and I could turn it into something. Which is why today I want to show you different investments on how you can take a $10 bill, something really small, and actually turn it into something. Because I think the habit and the pattern will get you to think a different way, wire you a different way, and it only becomes a small matter of time before small investments become big investments. You know, technically an asset really is something that you buy once, but then it continues to make you money. It pays for itself over and over again, like a vending machine. Did you know that every time you drop a buck in there, someone probably bought that soda can for like 30 cents. They're making 70 cents on that. Or there's people that buy things like I like, real estate. Those are obviously really big investments, but they sometimes don't require a lot of money. And if you're intelligent, sometimes they don't require you any. Like $5,000 made me my first $1.6 million because I wanted to invest in a bigger game. Of course, you've got storefronts, there's businesses. So today, there's a lot of things that you could be investing in. Let's talk about 5 stupid, simple things that you could do with 10 bucks. While some investments require like a lot of money, there are some that just don't require a whole lot. And one of those, cryptocurrency. Now there's a lot of cryptocurrencies out there. I know you've heard about it, but the most famous one is Bitcoin. And did you know that even though a Bitcoin might sell for $10,000 or $38,000 or whatever the price is right now, you can buy a piece of a Bitcoin. You could buy $10 of a Bitcoin. And you know what? This investment is highly speculative. You shouldn't put all of your money into cryptocurrency, but a lot of people believe that cryptocurrency eventually is the future. And as a result, we've seen that Bitcoin price skyrocket. This year shows a comparison of like what's happened to the value of gold over time. Like I don't invest in any gold because it just doesn't go anywhere. The stock market, the S&P 500, right? That goes up with time. Bitcoin's been highly volatile, but guess what? For people that got in early, they've been making a ton of money. You know, Kris, speaking of stocks, what about investing in stocks? Doesn't that require a lot of money? Not necessarily. Right now, US News and the World Report came out with 9 of the best cheap stocks to buy for literally under $10. SiriusXM, ADT, Nokia, like take a screenshot, Zynga, Ambev, however you say some of these things. These are stocks that are going places, and the good news is they don't require a lot of money. In fact, $10. Today, everybody's telling you you need a website. I need a website, I need a website. You can't do anything without a website. But you know what? If you want a website, you need a domain name. And you know what? They cost a little bit of money. You can go on to GoDaddy.com or one of the other hosting sites, and you can search for a website. And did you know that you can buy a domain for sometimes as little as $10? And here's the thing. Yeah, you could use the website and do something with it, but a lot of people just buy websites and they hold on to them and allow them to go up in value. I had started this company called Uplife, but I didn't own uplife.com, and someone was selling it for $3,000. And you know what? If I could just have lived with a different website name, I could have gotten a free website for like $10, if you will. But no, I spent $3,000 and I bought uplife.com. The business did not do well, so I decided to sell it for $6,000. But a year later, I wanted the website back again and I paid $12,000 for it. Dude, there are some people that literally, I got a buddy, he just goes and buys up all these domains that he thinks are popular, and in time, someone's gonna want them. They're good, simple, trendy types of titles. And you know what? All the .coms are pretty much used up, but not .usa or .net or .what the heck ever. And so people will spend $10, they'll buy a website, and eventually someone might come knocking, like me, and say, hey, can I buy that for a lot more money than you paid? Listen, man, at this point, if you're still watching the video, you're thinking, okay, when I get money, I gotta stop putting it towards my bills. I gotta put it to work. Kris says that if I put enough money to work, someday I don't need to. Like literally, it will work for me. And I'm telling you right now, that's how I retired at the age of 26. Some people, they subscribe to this channel because they're like, wow, Kris will teach you about real estate investment. Take out the word real estate. Keep the word investment. Ultimately, I buy and sell businesses. I buy and sell real estate. I love buying things that give me a return. Something as simple as worthy bonds.
I'm still worthy.
Did you know that there's this new site out there and you can buy little bits and pieces of small businesses and essentially pick up a 5% return on your money? You check this out. It's a peer-to-peer investment site where investors make loans to small businesses in increments of just $10, which by the way is the minimum investment, and the bonds pay a return of 5% on your money. Now, before I share the fifth and final investment of what you can do with $10, I want you to know that I've held out for a bonus at the end. I'm gonna share with you currently one of my favorite investments that takes a little bit more money, but it is insane how much money it makes you. Before I share that, check this out. We're talking about number 5, education. Yeah, something as simple as like getting a book. Like often people will watch my videos and then I give my books away for free, but they got to cover the shipping and handling. So they, throw down $7 or $8. And I want to ask you a question. If you had a chance, for example, to buy a book on making money, no matter what it's about, that someone has dedicated their entire life to learning about and mastering, and you can acquire all that knowledge for as little as $10, that's what I call a bargain. In fact, the first several $1 million that I made, I can tie directly to books that I read, like Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad, Millionaire Next Door, The Biology of Belief. Man, there's so many books out there that have contributed to me becoming the person that I am today. I want to advise that you consider in your life reading at least 1 or 2 books every single month. Take a person's life's work and consume it in a matter of hours. Because guess what? I feel like that's one of the coolest hacks for sucking the best knowledge out of someone's brain. And if you read one little book and it gives you $1 million idea or even $100 idea, $100 idea is like a 10 times return on the money that you invested in the stupid book. Like, this is how anyone becomes wealthy. They start with something small, like 10 bucks, and then you invest it and you learn how to turn it into $100. And then one of two things is gonna happen. You're either gonna say, hey, I'm gonna go spend that $100 on something that'll never make me money, or I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna take that $100 and I'm gonna learn how to turn that into $1,000. And if you can take that and turn it into $1,000, then $10,000, and then you turn it into $100,000, and before you know it, you've made $1 million. Like one of the richest individuals in the world, Bill Gates, the guy dropped out of Harvard. Ultimately, you want to take a small amount of money and roll it forward so that you can do something a little bit more serious, like start a small business. I have found 50 different businesses that I can start for literally less than $1,000, and these things can produce $1,000 every single week. But a business sometimes requires a little bit of work, a little bit of elbow grease, so if you do nothing with the business, you'd make nothing. But I also have other people that are making thousands of dollars every single week. By the way, if you want to see what those different businesses are and what they look like, click the link below and I'll show you. Man, it is amazing how easy it is to make money if you can shift from a consumer that just blows their money to an investor. Investor that says, I'm going to be smart, I'm going to be intelligent, I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket, I'm going to put my money in several different places. And when you get really good at the game, you're looking for what's called asymmetric investments. It means when you put your money out there, you have a very low downside, you have a really high upside. That's what the most successful investors do. Hey, thank you so much for watching today's video. Serious, if you want to get your hands on some of the most lucrative businesses that require a super small investment, click the link below. But otherwise, if you really want to know how you would take $1 and with the power of compound interest turn it into $1 billion, click this link. I made this video just for you.
My mask broke. Do you think this works? No, I'm okay. I'll use this.